Okay, so today we're going to move on to a new type of 3D drawing. It's called isometric. It's probably the most common type of 3D drawing out there. So we're going to draw this shape down here, and as you can see it's labeled isometric drawing. So our question when it's finished should look exactly like this. Okay, now you'll have noticed that there's no measurements on this, so it's quite hard to draw it, but over here on the right hand side it's color coordinated to match it, and the measurements are here. Okay, so the blue L shape here is there, and they're the measurements that we need. Okay, and the yellow, if you were looking down top of it, you'd see those yellow rectangles. They're down here, and there's your measurements. Okay, now for the start of it, I would recommend forget about this step. Okay, think of it as a cuboid, and we'll draw that much first, and when we've that much drawn, we'll take the cut out of it. Okay, but before we even start drawing, there's a couple of things I do want to get you to do. Okay, so get your baseline, find your start point as normal, and with isometric drawing there's three main directions that we can move. Okay, the first main direction we can move is vertical. Okay, so 90 degrees, that's one main direction we can move. The second main direction is 30 degrees to the right, and the third main direction is 30 degrees to the left. Okay, now some people call this a crow's foot because it kind of looks like a crow's foot. Anyway, these three main directions are generally the main directions that you're going to use. Okay, and it'll make a little bit more sense in a couple of minutes. So I'm going to start by drawing a cuboid without the notch taken out of it. So there's basically my crow's foot there. Okay, so along the bottom of my blue L, it's going to be 40 plus 40, so 80 in total to the left. And the pinkish rectangle, or the yellow rectangle here, it's going to be 60. Okay, so go back to my drawing. From my start point, I'm going to measure 60 to the right, and I'm going to measure 80 to the left. Now, I have two new points. Very blurry there for a second. Sorry. So two new points. I can move either to the left 30 degrees, right at 30 degrees, or straight up. Okay? And in this scenario, I'm going to go straight up. And I'm going to do the same here. Okay? So now the next thing is I'm going to want to know how high I'm going. From this line, and from this line. Okay, so I'm going to flip back to my question, and I know the height of my cuboid is going to be 25 plus 25. Okay, so flip back to my question. I'm going to measure 50 up here. I'm going to measure 50 here. And I'm going to measure 50 here. Okay, so again I can go 30 degrees or vertical. This time I'm going to go 30 degrees this way. Okay, they should match up. And I'm going to go 30 degrees this way. Beginning to take a bit of shape now. And 30 degrees this way. Okay, so there's my cuboid. Okay, the next thing I just need to do is worry about the step taken out of it. Okay, so look at my measurements again for my step. it is 40 long, it's 25 down, and it's going the whole way across. So go back to my question here. So it is 25 down and 40 across. Okay, so I have 2 new points there. Let's pick this one first. Again, I've got 3 main directions I can go. I can go 30 degrees to the left, which I'm going to do. I can go perfectly straight, which isn't much good to me here, because I've already drawn anyway. Or I can go 30 degrees to the right, which I'm going to do as well. Okay, this point then, my 3 options, I'm going to pick to go vertical. Okay, so there's my step or my notch taken out of it already a little bit. Okay, I'm also going to go 30 degrees to the right with it. And this new point, I'm going to go 30 degrees as well. Okay, that's my drawing finished. I'm just going to actually go over it in heavy now, just so it makes it a bit more obvious. The main thing to take away from isometric drawing is there's 3 main directions to go. Okay, and if you find yourself going a different direction, there's something wrong. Possibly. Now there is exceptions to that rule, but for this drawing anyway, you should definitely only be going in 3 directions. Okay, and that is that finished.